There is no Santa Claus, there is no Tooth Fairy, and there is no stars align. But no, all jokes aside, sports fans, I truly think it's over. It is so over, it has never been more over in the history of Stars Align before. Now, before I get into all my blabbering, I'm gonna quickly explain what Stars Align is to those of you who don't know, because I've never talked about it on this channel before. But basically, what Stars Align is it's a platformer game that's based off of Adventure Forward 2, if you ever played that. Which is like a little platformer game that's kind of like Mario Galaxy, but it was made in like 2014 Roblox, so it looks a lot worse than Super Mario Galaxy. And this new game called Stars Align was meant to be a fan game of Adventure Forward 2, and it was going to be basically, Adventure Forward 2, but it was going to look a lot better and have like different levels and different worlds that you can explore and all of that. And it was going to play kind of like Super Mario Galaxy, as I mentioned before, where you explore different worlds and you collect stars and, you try to 100% everything. You try to get all the collectibles in every world and all that. And yeah, it was just generally going to be a really, really well-made platformer game on Roblox. That's not just like another Tower of Hell or like difficulty chart hobby or like whatever else, It was actually going to be like a full game, a full platformer game with a full story. And it was going to look great. It was going to have a great story. It was going to have great visuals. It was going to be perfect. It was going to be the best fucking game ever. And then it got fucking canceled. Well, to say it got canceled is actually a little bit dishonest, because this game went through multiple hiatuses that lasted months, if not years or more. It went through like a whole development hell. It didn't just go through a song and dance. It went through like 5 songs and like 10 different dances. It was just absolutely insane. The long and short of it is that it got completely remade one time because the developers wanted to stray away from Adventure Forward 2 and not make this game into a sequel, because the developer of Adventure Forward 2 is a little bit problematic himself, so the developers didn't want to associate themselves too closely with his work. But yeah, the game got remade one time because of that, and then it got remade like 5 different other times because the developers were not satisfied with their work and they had to make it perfect, which I think is kind of BS, because the game, the first world of the game at least, which we have seen, looks perfect in my opinion. And there's actually a YouTuber that has already talked about all of this called Noel, or Not Oof Legacy, and I'm going to link his video down in the description if you want to see it. But basically, what his video talks about is that the developers have been, remaking World 1 of the game just over and over and over again, and never really getting in any progress, and never really truly going anywhere with the game, because they want everything to be absolutely perfect, which is like not what anyone is asking for. Like, people just want to play the game. They don't want a perfect experience, And besides, the game already does look perfect in most people's eyes. But if you want more details on that whole remake situation, you can go and watch Not Oof Legacy's video down in the description, and also linked in the pinned comments. But the point is that the game has been through like 5 different development hells, and through all of them, the developers have continued their work on the game. They released an engine demo. It looked like stuff was getting done. And yeah, I truly did think that this game could survive anything after all the, well, not drama, but all the hiatuses and all that stuff that it's been through. But yeah, I really did think the game could survive anything. But today, or well, yesterday actually, late at night, we got news that I genuinely think might put an end to this game, and it's absolutely devastating, because I, along with many other people, have been waiting for many, many, many years for this game to come out. And yesterday, as I mentioned, we got those absolutely devastating news. But yeah, yesterday, late at night, I was just playing some 2-on-2's lobotomization branches, or however you pronounce the title of this game. I've been playing it with some of my friends, and we had like the worst fucking gameplay session of our lives, because we went through this super hard challenge, super hard boss fight, and then we ended up losing at the very end after like an hour of gameplay. And I was only there for that last attempt, so I can't imagine what my friends were thinking, because they did multiple attempts of that boss fight and lost all of them. But yeah, anyways, right after that, well, close to the end of that gaming session, I got a notification on my phone, and I was like, "Ooh, it's a notification from Stars Align! Oh, I can't wait to check this out." We finally got some development news after like 6 months of waiting. And yeah, after that session ended, I read the news, and it turns out the news were like the worst fucking possible thing that could have that we could have gotten realistically, because it turns out the face behind the Stars Align, right? The main person behind Stars Align, Scarlet Buns, has taken a page out of Explode One's book, let's just say, and decided to become the worst fucking person imaginable. And there's a whole document going into the list of crimes that she committed, for lack of a better word. Now, I'm not really gonna go into the details of this whole document. If you want, you can read it on the Stars Align Discord server. But essentially, what happened is that there was another developer or person associated with Scarlet Bun who was going through really difficult financial struggles for about the past 2 years. And when they were like at the beginning of those financial struggles, so to speak, Scarlet Buns offered them a place to stay, because they couldn't afford their own apartment and whatnot. And yeah, Scarlet Buns offered them a place to stay, at her house. And basically, the person who was living at Scarlett's house didn't really want to like offend her or anything or do anything wrong around her, because obviously Scarlett had like full control over their housing situation. So if they made him mad, she could easily take that away. And Scarlett obviously knew this, and she took full fucking advantage of that fact. Long story short is that Scarlett financially, sexually, and emotionally abused this person and provided him with absolutely dog shit living conditions where it was the place that these people were living in was super unsanitary, and whenever the person that Scarlett was housing would make a complaint about anything that was going on, Scarlett would either completely dismiss it or just start an argument about it. And obviously, this person living with Scarlett had to comply with everything she said and had to go along with whatever she said, because obviously, if they didn't, she could take their housing away easily and they would have nowhere else to go. And yeah, the tensions between them just got really bad. And at one point in the document, it even talks about like how the person living with Scarlett was just genuinely fearing for their life, and they were scared that Scarlett was actually gonna fucking kill them and whatnot, and it's just an absolutely horrific read. But yeah, man, I have no idea what's going on in today's world anymore. It just feels like there's some secret competition that I don't know about, where people try to be like the biggest fucking assholes ever, and if they win, they get like $1 billion or something, because there's just no way, right, that this many celebrities and this many like game developers and this many YouTubers and this many publicly well-known people are getting outed for either being pedophiles or murderers or just genuinely terrible people. Like, there's just no way. There must be some secret competition out there to be the biggest asshole that I'm just unaware of, right? Now, in Scarlet Bun's defense, though, I saw her little response apology type of document, I guess, and I read through it, and it seems that there was a lot of miscommunication on both sides, which led to that tension and constant nervousness around both parties. And the person living with Scarlett being afraid that she was gonna fucking murder them. And yeah, it was just an awful situation. There was a lot of miscommunication, there was a lot of stress, there was a lot of mistakes that happened. And yeah, man, I just really don't know what to say. I mean, even with the apology document and everything, I'm pretty sure Scarlet Bun will not be returning to work on Stars Align anymore. And yeah, it's just an absolutely awful situation, dude. I mean, damn, I just feel bad for everyone involved in this whole situation. I feel bad for the game. I feel bad for the fans. I really don't know if the game is going to continue its development after this. I mean, if it doesn't go on at least like a year-long hiatus, then that's genuinely a fucking miracle. But yeah, I just genuinely don't know if the game can recover from this. Yeah, it's just an absolutely terrible situation all around. It's terrible for absolutely everyone. And yeah, man, I don't know. Best wishes to everyone out there. I guess that's all I can really say. But yeah, that's all I have for this video, sports fans. I really didn't want to make something like this. I usually don't get involved in like super heavy drama like this, and especially recently, I've been trying to keep my videos really positive, talking about good games, promoting good games, and all that. But this is just something I absolutely had to talk to. It was just absolutely crushing news. It was just really bad. But yeah, that's really all I have for you today. Yeah. See you later. See you later, everyone. Goodbye.